much for coming. It's a delight, as always, to welcome so many of our wonderful volunteers, and I hope you very much enjoyed the really delicious refreshments that have been prepared by Heather. So thank you to Heather. Thank you so much. Well, it's traditional that on these special occasions when we say thank you to all of our volunteers, we also pick out a small number of volunteers who we feel deserve an extra special mention. And it's not because we undervalue any one of you, but it's nice to have the opportunity each year to say an extra special thank you to just a small number of people. And I've got in front of me a lovely list that Michelle and I prepared together. We're delighted to have Michelle with us today. As you will all know, Michelle is officially in retirement, or I should say Carmen. Carmen has gone holiday mad and is now taking on the new persona. She says she's not going to take the hat off for the rest of the summer. No, so Michelle and I prepared this list together, and I'm reading words that Michelle wrote about the 4 individuals I'm going to mention here. And I'm going to start with one team member because I know, sadly, he is on a mission to be somewhere else and has to leave us very shortly. This is because he has actually already been volunteering on our behalf, driving earlier today, and later on this evening he's on another mission driving for us again. So some of you by now may have worked out who it is we're referring to. Well, I'm referring to Steve Lang-Jones. I'd like to say a special thank you to Steve, and let's have a big cheer for Steve, and a wave from Steve. In relative terms, Steve is something of a newcomer because he joined the Society early in 2017. He joined as a minibus driver and always arrives for his volunteer role with a beaming smile, says Michelle. He's open and friendly disposition. Steve's reliability and efficiency has helped Michelle when she may have overlooked something. I thought you said overbooked something there, but I overlooked something. So thank you to Steve. And Steve also deserves special recognition this year as he's come forward to kindly help with the big task of setting out guidelines, programmes and procedures to help us with our new CRM system and to help us get the audio library procedures well documented. So it's been a mammoth task and required a great deal of patience and time and commitment, and Steve has done a fantastic professional job. So we're very appreciative to Steve for all his special efforts in that regard. So can I please invite Steve to come up to receive a little token of appreciation and a rather splendid certificate that our new volunteers manager, who is sitting here, and we welcome Mary Poppins, who is practically perfect in every way. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Lovely, thank you very much.
In that gold envelope.
I will just say that I couldn't have done this work without the help of several people that are here today. So it's not just for me, but for all of us that have put that together. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now the next person I'm going to mention, Terry, you know that each year in recent times we have given out some token awards to a number of our very special, treasured, extra treasured volunteers.
Right.
And ordinarily we select 3 people who have given something very special. And this year we had to have 4. And you were mentioned in dispatches a short while ago because we recognise that you have to be, if not the longest standing volunteer, certainly one of the longest standing volunteers, because we know that you've been involved with the Talking News since its inception.
Absolutely,
which
yes.
is more than 40 years ago.
Yes, 43.
It's more than 40 years ago. And we would like to say a special thank you to to you for all of the service you contributed over those many years, and we hope you continue for at least another 40 years. So congratulations to you. Thank you, Terry.
Thank you.
A certificate and a little token of appreciation.
Right, thank you very
So
much.
thank you. Now, there's a very glamorous person here amongst us today. She's got a very warm heart, and she is wearing a lot of hearts. The person that I'm speaking of here, this is what Michelle wrote. The first volunteer I met when I joined the society was this individual, who was an escort on the minibus for our weekly swimming group. I think we've worked out who it is, haven't we? Janet, it's you! Janet had a short break from her volunteer role due to other commitments, but luckily for us, she returned again in early 2018. Janet has been a pleasure to work alongside, and I know is held in high regard by our members. Janet deserves special recognition this year because she has always been so flexible and forthcoming with stepping in at the last minute to cover sighted guide escorting and take on additional support at outings for members. She has a wealth of experience and knowledge in supporting our members in many areas of work. And what we love about Janet is her great sense of humour, the fact that she is always cheerful and has a can-do approach, which has been an inspiration. So thank you very much, Janet. So our Queen of Hearts. Thank you, Miriam. That's your certificate and your token. So thank you very much indeed. Now, in the past couple of years, we have traditionally stopped at selecting just 3 volunteers, but this year we just couldn't help ourselves. There was one other special volunteer that we felt we absolutely had to mention. This person, again, has been involved with the charity for a long time, and during that period they've undertaken a whole variety of roles. They are always involved in fundraising, they've done outreach on our behalf, they've given talks, they've been a trustee, they've been the chairman of trustees. Paul, we'd like to say thank you very much indeed for all of the work that you've given as a volunteer in many, many capacities. And whilst you retired as chairman in February, we're delighted that your enthusiasm for the charity has not diminished, nor is your commitment. So we'd like to say thank you so much, and thank you for all the support that you gave, particularly to staff and all volunteers during your period as chair. So thank you very much, Paul.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Very unexpected. I was chairman 4 years and I really did enjoy it. And I've stayed as a trustee, sort of stepped back a bit. We have a smashing new chairperson in Sue there, and I'm sure the society will carry on going from strength to strength. Thank you again.
Now, most of you here today will realise that we have got some other little tokens, and some big tokens, and some lovely tokens for our volunteers manager who retired just a month ago. Gosh, it's so much time. There's so much that's happened in a month, isn't it? So I'd like to share with you just a few images that we've also got in this rather lovely book. And for those of you, because Michelle was one of our earlier arrivals, not all of you will have had the chance yet to sign this lovely book because it's actually quickly hidden from view. So we've got the lovely silver pen, and for anybody who hasn't yet had the chance to write in the book, we've got plenty of lovely black pages that have got gaps on, and I'm sure Michelle would love to have messages from many more of you. But in this book we've got some beautiful images for Michelle hopefully to treasure, to celebrate the years that she spent with us as volunteers manager. And I've got some of them up here on this screen. So we've got... Oh, who is that glamorous person in those sunglasses?
I thought I looked fab there.
You do. And what I wrote this on this page is in the book. Can this really be happening? You just don't look old enough, Michelle, to be retired. Michelle related quite recently how by chance she visited Millbrook House on the day that we celebrated receiving the Queen's Award for Voluntary Service, which was some 4 years ago. And she said how much she enjoyed the warmth and welcome and thought to herself, I'm going to work here one day. And fortunately, an opportunity arose a short time later, and so she joined the team in September 2015. And throughout that time, Michelle has always shown great team spirit and a willingness to support and organise not just you, our wonderful volunteers, but she supported activities for members and many, many fundraising events. When Michelle joined, she had a marvellous job title, which was something along the lines of Community Development Officer, which always... I was often wondering what that meant. Well, actually, it was an excuse to put absolutely everything into it. And Michelle was involved in all sorts of things, and was always very flexible in doing everything she could to support the charity. And we've got some nice images here, taken at Christmas time at the Minster. This must have been the first storytelling competition. And again, another lovely image there with some of you will remember Tim, who was our centre administrator at that time. And this was the first volunteers party that I enjoyed in 2017 with you all, when we celebrated in Hawaiian style. And certainly the annual thank you party, I think, is one of the highlights of the year. The staff team love the occasion, having the opportunity to say thank you to all of you volunteers who give so much, because quite honestly the charity could not exist without the time, the hours, the talent, the range of expertise and experience and skills you all bring. And we love the opportunity to get dressed up. We've got some more images here. This was when we were saying goodbye to Tim, and the thing that you will notice, I'm sure, is what beaming smiles are always present, and I think again it shows the good humour and professionalism that we always enjoyed from Michelle. Now, Christmas 2017, again, we're up the Minster. You can't actually see in this photograph, but everybody's knees were knocking and everybody was shivering, because that was the year that the heating system broke down, and it was like being in Arctic conditions. So the woolly hats and scarves did not come off all evening long. And again, we've got Michelle here again, showing her versatility, doing outreach. I think this was a volunteer recruitment fair that we've got a picture of there. And a nice team image of everybody. Always an excellent ambassador. Michelle has appeared on Vectis Radio on many occasions with Chris. And of course, our fab sunglasses. Last year we were feeling rather groovy at this time. And I think, oh no, I don't think I transferred. I thought we might have a clip there, but and here we have very exuberant summer 2000. I think this was the members' party that we've got a picture of there. A fab picture. Chris, who has to be one of our tallest volunteers. No, Michelle is not kneeling in that photograph. Chris really is that tall. He must be, what, 6'7"? 6'7". So I'm glad that was Michelle standing next to him and not me, because I probably would have just sort of come up to his waistline, I think. And he obligingly sort of crossed his legs so that he could fit into the line-up there of our volunteer ambassadors in Ryde last summer. And again, fundraising. I think this was a bucket collection outside one of the supermarkets, outside Morrison's, I think. Again, outreach event, recruiting volunteers at the college. And we just want to say we hope you have a very happy retirement, Michelle, and we hope that you will keep in touch and you might want to join. I need volunteers on another occasion. Perhaps you'll get bored with going on holiday and gardening, and you'll just not be able to resist the urge to do something valuable and want to come back. We hope. We hope. So we will miss you greatly, and we hope you keep in touch. And we've got, in addition to this lovely book, which I hope you will treasure, a number of gifts. If you'd like to step forward.
Come on.
Just about cope with this short book. Oh yes. Thank you very lovely. Well, thank you.
I'm not going to get emotional. I'm in a good place because I've come back from holiday. I was quite emotional when I left, but I'm in a good place now, and it's been a pleasure to work with you all, especially my staff team and all the wonderful volunteers. And it's funny what Miriam said when you mentioned that I said that I was going to work here, and I've been a very lucky person because everywhere I've wanted to work in the course of my working career, I've ended up working there. So, you know, I've achieved everything I've wanted to have done, and this has been the final icing on the cake. So thank you very much. Happy retirement, thank you very much. All the best to you. All the best to you. Thank you very much.
We've got more.
Oh gosh. I'll put it on your table. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody.
I'd like to thank all the staff and for the wonderful tea. I mean, the attention to detail here is just been absolutely lovely. So, welcome. I mean, as volunteers, we feel really grateful for that. So, thank you all of you. It's been wonderful. Thank you.
Well, folks, I think it's now time to invite our wonderful singer, Hannah, who is going to make sure that we haven't got dressed up for nothing. Hannah is going to sing us a selection of numbers from the musicals. So can we welcome Hannah?
Okay, good afternoon everyone.
Hello.
Hello. It's absolutely wonderful to be back, so thank you for inviting me back this afternoon. I really hope you enjoy this. I've been very excited. Musicals is how I actually got into singing in the first place, so I'm going to be doing some of my all-time favourites, and I'm really pleased to see that some people have dressed up for some of those all-time favourites. So yes, I really hope you enjoy it. I go to the hills when my heart is lonely. I know I will hear what I've heard before. My heart will be blessed with the sound of music, and I'll sing sugar helps the medicine go down, the medicine go down, medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. I miss him so much when he is gone, but when he's near me, I don't let on. The way I feel inside, the love I have to hide, the hell I've got, my bride, as long as he needs me, So nobody loved me. Lady peaceful, lady happy, that's what I long to be. Well, all the odds are they in my favor. Something's bound to begin. It's gonna happen sometime. Maybe this time I'll
Well, we'd just like to say thank you so much, Hannah. We've really enjoyed your entertainment, so we'd like to just give you a little token of our appreciation. So thank you so
No,
much.
thank you so much. It's an absolute pleasure, and I'm just so honoured that you keep inviting me back. So thank you so much.